The Daily Purge. How you doing? All right. Did you enjoy the Daily Purge yesterday from my car? That was different, wasn't it? A little dark, but hey, it was a good one. That was a good one. I got some good compliments on it today. I hope you're doing all right. So here we go. Who are you going to be after this? Who are you going to be after this? I mean, who will you be after this? You're talking about, what are you talking about, Stephen? Well, you know, who are you going to be after this is real simple. Everyone's going through something right now. Everybody I know. Hey, Jessica. Hey, mister. Hey, Jessica. How you doing? Everyone's going through something right now, good or bad, right? Hello, Olga. Smashing to see you. And if you're going through something right now, which you are, either for or plus, or negative or positive, or whatever you want to call it, yes, long time since last time. You should apologize, Jessica. No, I'm just kidding. Everything's cool. Hello, Jonit. Hello, Facebook user. Good afternoon, Stephen Eugene Kuhn. I don't know who Facebook user is. Anyway, so who are you going to be after this? You know, there's a lot of ways to look at what I'm talking about. The one way I'm talking about is you just finished something. You went through a challenge. You ended a relationship. You started a relationship. You had an issue at work and you changed jobs. There's a lot of things I'm talking about here, but the point is this: hey, Trey, what's up, brother? Who will you be now? And if you're going through something, I bet you are, Olga. And if you're going through something right now, who were you going to be? Who will you be after? Yeah, we are late. Sorry, Joe. Sorry to keep you up, man. Appreciate it. Who will you be after this event? And that's a question you really got to ask yourself, because this is what I'm a firm believer in. All the times in my life, which were many, where I started over on purpose or of no fault of my own, I always embraced the fact that this is my chance to correct all of my wrongs, all the things that I did wrong in my life, all the things that bothered me, all the things that bothered other people that didn't have to do with me changing who I was. That was a chance for me to step into that a greater version of myself, right? So it's a better chance. It's hard for you to say. It's like this. It's like if you're in the middle of a relationship, there's no way you can reverse that. What you're doing, it's almost impossible. If you have a break, if you break it and something happens, whether it's a business relationship or a personal relationship, you get to start over. Thanks, Joe. You get to start over and be that person that you always wanted to be. And I got to tell you, me being married 2 times, me living in 7 countries, me joining the military, getting out, stopping, being a civilian, getting out, stopping, and this, that, and the other, moving to different countries. I was always starting over. And I always said to myself consciously, like, for instance, when I went from being a kid on the block to going into the military, I sat down on the chair in Fort Knox, Kentucky, when they were going to shave my head, or they shaved my head. I had a mullet, right? And as that razor was on my head going through like this, I was like, this is the new me. All that shit that I was in high school, the self-loathing, all of that stuff that I hated, this is the new me. And from now on, I'm being the person I want to be, right? You know, I spoke about this on our live the other day. Oh, wow, exactly. Who are you after hardship? I'm definitely the person I want to be. Good, Olga, but we're always developing. We're always growing. We're always learning. We're always teaching, right? That's the great thing about life. And so when I had my hair cut off, I'm this person. And after the military, I went into the civilian world and said, I'm going to take what I learned in the military and become even a better person in the civilian world, which took a while. I got to admit. And then, you know, after my first marriage, I said, okay, I know what I did wrong in that thing. So let me never do that again. I became an even better version of myself. You're going through that book right now. It sits behind you right now. Meow. Right there. That one right there. Imagine that. Great book. And then, you know, I was homeless. And after that, I said, I know what I'm going to do not to be homeless again. So I'm always upping my game. But who are you going to be? Right? You base that on your identity, right? If you read the book, if you're reading the book and you're past chapter 1, you should know your identity statement and your 2-word moniker, right? That's who you're going to be. If you want to strive to be that person, then you got to make an effort, a conscious effort. You know, there's so much work going into changing who you are, stepping into. I don't want to say change who you are, but stepping into the person you're supposed to be or you want to be. There's so much work that goes into that. I literally put 2 to 3 hours every single day for the last 2 months into becoming the best version of myself after everything that's going on. It's a lot of work. I mean, it's a lot of conscious. This is what you must do now. And there's a lot of small things that go to it. Like you say, oh, I don't want this. I don't want that. Talk about what you want, not what you don't want. Be grateful for what you have, not what you don't have. Don't worry about what you don't have. The dialogue that we have in our heads about, man, why is this happening? Well, make something good out of it. Right? What do we call it? Create a good meaning in everything. Find that silver lining in everything. Amen, Joe. Thanks, Jonit. Hey, brother. Find a good meaning in everything. And then we talk about against energy. We talk about the have energy. Just go out and get the mail. You go out and get the mail, yeah, then you can go out and get a goal. You can go out and make money. You can go out and get a job. You can go out and find a partner. You can go out and find a relationship. Same way that you go out and get the mail. You don't need to plan. You don't need to have a big, meditation session before you go out and check the mail, right? You just go out and get the mail, right? Every day is an opportunity to choose different, to create different results. Every second, Jonit, exactly. But how many do it for real? How many do it for real? We don't, because we're in a routine. We're in an emotional connection, in an emotional routine with ourselves and with other people, our partners, right? One of the emotional routines can be like, I'm a listener and you're a talker. Let's say, Jonit, we're married, for instance, right? Hey, what's up, Wendy? How you doing? So let's say Joe and I are best friends, right? And our emotional operating system is Joe talks all the time and I listen, or I talk all the time and Joe listens. We never think about changing that because that's just how it is, right? Well, maybe you don't like that. Maybe that's not who you are, but it never dawned on you to change it. And then when you change, it's really important who you want to be, but it's also very important to get to where you want to be as that person is to reflect on the past. There's things happening in my life right now where I'm reflecting. I'm like, wow, profound statements coming from people. One in particular. And it's shocking me that either I didn't see what I didn't see before, or that I'm seeing it now that I can actually make a difference. So I'm forming who I want to be. I'm becoming who I want to be. And the whole world around me is assisting me in that, whether they know it or not. Because when you're at the frequency of the universal knowledge, or the frequency of letting go and receiving as opposed to going out and grabbing, things happen for you automatically. That's why I talk about no against energy. No against energy. You're against nothing, you're against no one, and you forgive everyone for their mistakes. You're not against them for their mistakes. And when you do that, it's almost as if you're just giving up, right? You're giving up fighting. Why is that? Because fight gives fight. Fight gets fight. So if you don't want to fight, don't fight. If you don't want to fight back, then don't get fight at all, period. That's the against energy thing. And then the excess potential we talked about as well. So forming, amen, it's still staying in love zone. There you go, love zone. You can call it whatever you want. For me, if you look at the world, and I can, this is honest to God truth. This is honest to God truth. This is going to freak you out, right? So when you realize, like the Matrix, right? You have the Matrix, which is the fake world, and you have the real world, which is the pill, right? And the real world is just souls. Right? The fake world is dirty, muddy, disgusting. The fake real world, and then the real world outside of the Matrix, if you want to call it that, is a bunch of souls. And what do you see? You see beauty constantly, beauty. And the only true energy is the love one. If it's not love, it's not real. I call it being real. There you go, Joe. So check this out. I'm slowly but surely living in the real world. Hi, Steve. Great chat. Serendipity is achieved the center of invested meditation and visualization. Hey, Paul, how you doing, brother? Everybody reaches it a different way, right, brother? Everybody reaches it a different way. Some people meditate. Lane and I are going to 40 years of Zen, which means we're going to get our brains programmed as if we've meditated for 40 years and creating new neural paths, which is going to be amazing. But what I'm saying is this: once you get to a point where you realize who you want to be, and you start working towards who you want to be, and you start letting go of excess energy, you start letting go of negative energy, and you start having no against energy. You start having no excess potential and no excess importance and no excess desire. You're going to start seeing things as they are. And I'm looking at people, even Lane and everybody I know, they look different now to me. I'm almost seeing their souls more than I am seeing their outside. And it's showing up in my work. It's showing up with the clients that I have, the people that I'm at. Linnell, if you're watching, I see you as a lovely, lovely, amazing, lovely person. I see you differently as when I met you. You're soft and you're gentle and you're very You're very loving and caring. And I saw you before as, the woman you are, and now I see part of your soul. And it just changes the way I see people. And if you're not aware of that, you're going to blow it off. And you're going to miss a chance to take a swing at being the person and becoming the person you've always wanted to be. Jessica, that's what's happening. That's what's happening. You're raising your frequency to the point of love, where you see the soul, because souls are happy. Souls are love, right? So if I'm seeing people different, even Lane, like I looked at him today, I'm like, damn, he looks different, And I'm thinking to myself, why does he look different? Well, I'm seeing more of a soul, more and more and more and more of a soul, and everybody around me. And what does that do? That attracts those kind of people at that frequency to you, right? That attracts people at that frequency to you. And what does that do to you? That increases your level of quality of life, which we always talk about. That increases your level of frequency. That increases your level of self-belief, of certainty, of the world around you, creating abundance, creating the world that you know is already there. And here's the thing about it. You're not really creating as in so much you're letting go of what you think you're creating, and you're receiving what's actually already in front of you. It sounds freaky. And for someone who's in the business world my whole life, some people think I'm a nutcase. But our success with Lane and Sarah, myself and the rest of the team, and Sven and everybody else, Jason and Berwin, is proving it. It's proven it. Simple as that. The more aligned I become physically with my mind and my spirit, the more aligned I become in fitness shape, is the better my business goes, the better my relationships are, the better I feel about things around me, the better things really, really start rocking and roll for us. I am love, so I sense souls and speak via soul. There you go. All right. Hey, Joe. And Jessica, I can only give you one tip. Keep it tangible for those around you, because if we speak too spiritually, we scare the shit out of people. Right? They think we're nutcases. You can see we were at 10 viewers. Now we're down to 6. People are like, oh my God, he's losing it. And you know what? Then you aren't at the frequency, brother or sister. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You aren't at that frequency. It's not a big deal. It'll come, right? Maybe you don't see it. Maybe you do. Whatever the case is. It's not better or it's not worse. It's not up. It's not down. It's just what it is, right? It's just what it is. So I wanted to come in here today and say, who are you going to be after this? Who are you going to be after this good thing, this bad thing, this halfway good thing, this halfway bad thing, negative thing, positive? Who are you going to be? Do you even know? Do you think about it? Every opportunity you have to make a change and who you are for the better is something that we should embrace. And the best time to do it is when there's a break, when there's a disruption. That's when you do it. You'll never do it sitting in the swamp. It just won't happen. Jonit. Yeah, exactly. All right. Rocking and rolling. Hope you're doing fantastic. What is it? Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow. You have a fantastic one. Remember, we always say, it's all about that amazing quality of life. Boom. See you tomorrow.